What's up, guys? So I posted a video on Friday talking about why China's evil and we have to stop them. Now, I'm going to be posting another link in the bio that's going to go into more detail about the concentration camps. And I got 400 and something followers, close to 500. And you know what, even if half of you guys watch it and you guys are just aware of it, I think it will make a difference. And if you guys could share it with family and friends, at least the first step to solving a problem is acknowledging you have a problem, or that we have a problem, right? So you can't really mention concentration camps without talking about Nazi Germany. They're infamous for it, right? The difference here, though, is Nazi Germany was after one goal, and that was the complete destruction of the minority population, which happened to be Jewish. Here, the Chinese people aren't really looking after, well, they'll kill the minority population if they have to, but they really do truly believe in a re-education camp. In this video, it's 10 minutes long, guys. It completely documents, well, not really documents, but like shows you exactly what's going on there and why that area and why taking control of that area is so pertinent for their expansion into becoming ultimately a superpower in the whole Asian side of the world. Now, those are the two main differences. What they're doing is very corrupt. It's on any level, all politics aside, all partisans aside, if you figured out what they were doing, not just as an American, but just as a human being, man, you're going to be like, wow, how are we allowing this to happen? And how is it that no one's really truly speaking up about it? It's pretty terrifying. Obviously, my heart goes out to all those people that are just being trampled on, all their rights, their everything. And I've been thinking a lot lately of what I want to leave, like what my goal would be as a citizen. And number one, I want to raise awareness to this. And the number two goal for me, I think there's a lot of things in the world that need to be fixed, right? Like we have justice reform, and I'm sure you feel passionate about certain things, child trafficking. I do a lot of these things, but I think the one goal that I want to focus on 100% is just putting term limits on all politicians across the board in America. I'll go more back into the Chinese thing, but I truly feel if the president only gets 2 terms, 4 years apiece, how is it possible that we have the same people representing us for decades on end? I just think it's personally ridiculous. And I don't know, over the next 2 years, I'm going to try to do something about, starting a movement that says, hey, we need to have term limits on everything, all the way from senator, which is the highest thing I think. Even Supreme Court justices should not have an absolute life term. I truly believe that. Left, right, middle, whatever you are, no one should have a guaranteed seat, and you shouldn't just be able to rule forever. I just think that's crazy. We have to bring new people in. We have to bring in new ideas to get real change and to progress our society forward. That's what I believe. And obviously, anytime I see human rights violations, I'm gonna speak up about it in whatever little platform I have outside of business. And we have fun and we talk about how to make money and new things and new ideas. But sometimes in life, there's things that are greater than money. And we're not going to be here forever, and we have to leave a better world than what we came into. For our nieces, nephews, cousins, friends, families, and our future families, right? So back to the Chinese thing. These guys are very slick, man. Like I said in the first video, they are not playing they're not playing a short game. They're not like Hitler and like, oh, we got 5 years, we're gonna either win it all or not. They're not crazy. They're very smart. They're very calculated. They're gonna take everything one step at a time in order to achieve their ultimate goal. And the reason why I think they can succeed, unless people like us start raising awareness, putting pressure, on our senators and our congressmen to act against them, they're going to succeed. And my fear is we'll always be safe in America, but I feel like we do have a duty as American citizens. We are like the leaders of the world. You know what I mean? We are the shining hope and the beacon of freedom. I'm able to express myself and share my thoughts here without, fear of persecution. And maybe you disagree, and that's fine. We could talk about it, and like I said, maybe I'll change my mind on certain views, but the end of the day is I know no one's going to bust through my door and take me away for good for what I'm saying. And it's just crazy that it's 2020 and we still have this going on in the world. So, hey, if you have time, if you have 10 minutes of your life, I highly recommend checking out that video. It's very well edited, way above what I got here with the camera, iPhone, or whatever, and you know, speaking to you. It'll give you more depth and understanding. And if you start understanding the bigger picture, you know, once you control infrastructure, once you control roads, you control people's lives. And that's ultimately what they're trying to do. And this minority population is in the way. They have to be eliminated, and that's their thought and their processes and ideology and thinking behind it. Now, once you see this, you're going to ask yourself, like, holy cow, how's this going on? You do more research, and like I said, the best way to spread this information is just hit that share button with your friends and your family members. At least everybody knows. So then when a politician is running in your local district and area, and you go to a local city council meeting or whatever, you might ask and say, hey, what's your stance, you know, on China? Or you might, you know, send a letter to your congressman saying, hey, what are we going to do about China? What are we going to do about these human rights violations? Because injustice anywhere against anybody is justice against all people, right? I'm pretty sure we could all agree on that part. And it kind of just makes me sick to my stomach, man. But I realized we can't get bent out of shape out of things that we can't control. We have to start taking steps into changing changing it in the right way, what we believe to be the right way, correct? And the only way that works, number one, is we raise the awareness, and then number two is we put pressure on politically to our leaders to do something, because we have lives to live every day. We have so many things going on. We don't really have the time every single day to check out what's going on here or there or wherever. But once we get educated and once we get aware of the situation, hey, then our vote does count. And to me, it's really, really important, because if you tie it back into what America is, these guys are going to try to compete with us. And if we let them win and we let their way of thinking and their ideology succeed, and our monetary success starts getting tied to that, then we're going to have to change. And I'm not saying concentration camps are going to start coming up in America, but there's nothing from stopping China into going into the next territory and doing the same thing, and so on and so on and so on. So I don't know, man, I just felt like I had to make this. And, you know, if this reaches only 100 people, and out of the 100 people, maybe only 20 of you guys decide to click the link and give 10 minutes to watch it, I'm hoping to God that those 20 people share it with at least 5 people. And you know what I mean? And just slowly we do our part in raising the awareness. And yeah, it just makes me, I really have no words for it. And I'm kind of sad that nobody else is really talking more and more about it. We kind of get caught up with everything that's going on in our life that sometimes we don't pay attention to what's going on in the world. And if anything, this should be a little bit of a wake-up call that we should try to figure out some ways to pay attention to what's going on, more than just in America and more than just, you know, our personal lives, you know. So, hey guys, I don't want to make it sound like a very bummer video, but hey, if I got this platform and you guys support it, and I guess it's my job in a sense to just shed a little bit of light, and ultimately it's up to you to decide what you want to do with it. And I think that's the ultimate key, is small little increment changes lead to bigger changes, right? So if you get aware and your friends and family get aware, and then we start voting towards, you know, or we start raising awareness there, and our vote is going to say, hey, if you're not with us on this situation, then we're going to vote for somebody who is, then that's how we can personally lead to a change. Yeah, if you have any other questions about this topic, let me know. I'm sorry, guys, it's not really business related. It's just, you know, it is what it is. I will have more content coming out this week. Let's see how markets shake up this week. There's a lot of news on the stimulus. Let's see how that could impact us, because there's a couple of bills out there. You know, the Democrats wanted one thing, the Republicans want another. It's kind of like a gridlock right now. So let's see what happens. And then I'll give my predictions on how I think that's going to move business as far as me and you are concerned, right? And we'll see how the market shakes up this week too. And if there's something pertinent or something that's highlighted, I will for sure post another video and keep you guys up to date, or at least give you my thoughts and opinions on it. Hey, hope you guys have a great week. You're probably watching this on Monday. You know, just remember, there's a lot of good in the world, but when we see bad in the world, we have to do our part and bring and illuminate that, right? Anything done in the darkness will always come to the light. Hey, share this video with one friend. Help me grow the account. Have a good week, guys.